Hoops day at the lab. Another day in the lab. Who's gonna be hot? Who's gonna whine about not getting calls? Who's gonna leave early? Only the Lord knows. Another day at the lab. How many do we have now? 1, 8. You go 4 and 4. Yeah. Who's missing? We're missing Kendall. Where's Dino? Where's Dino, Rodney?
Had a fucking gang son.
I'm taking double off the list. He said he was coming. He didn't show up. No, I got game of 3. Yeah, I got to be ready today. This is a big playoff game for him. 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. They had to remove my parotid gland. And I remember after the surgery, I think a day or 2 after the surgery, the guys were I still made arrangements for the guys to play. And part of my rehab was to just come and sit down and just watch the guys, because the banter, the shit talking was what I needed. I remember my wife and I went to see the psychologist after the surgery, and she said, well, do you think you need therapy? I said, no, I have my own therapy. There are 20 guys on the south side that, you know, are going to get me back. That's the actor. Okay, Gerard, good move, good move. Way to go, Denzel! Way to go, Denzel! Born in Kingston, Jamaica. We moved to New York when I was about 9 years old, and there fell in love with basketball. Coming to New York from Jamaica, my brother and I had heavy Jamaican accents, and we moved into a mixed neighborhood in downtown Manhattan called Stuyvesant Town. So we were probably one of the first black families in that area. But we assimilated quite quickly because we learned how to play basketball. I've been a volunteer at the lab school for 12 years, and my son played too. Only thing I get paid is with the keys. I have keys to the gym. Once I had the keys, we started up playing half court. Arnie Duncan, who's the Secretary of Education now, went to lab. He's a Hyde Parker. So Arnie Duncan, James Fleming, who was in the other gym playing, and a couple other guys, we started up playing half court. 2 and 2, 3 and 3, then the game grew to 5 and 5. So for the last, I want to say 7, 8 years, we've added this full court run twice, 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. Once I started opening up this gym on a regular basis, this is where they're all gravitated to.
Okay, because it was 8. Okay. Yeah, I know it. It was 8. That's why I was saying what was going to be the 2 8. Yeah, I know. Yes, sir. Good shit. Yeah, you know. We got some form camps last They started off. Short age, here they come. They started off. What's up, nephew?
The regular guys, Malik Murray, I mentioned to you, played at DePaul University. He's now a financial guy. Jeff Sanders, I think he works with the youth right now, Trouble Youth. Played in the NBA for 10 years and then several years over in Europe. Played the Bulls, the Atlanta Hawks, I think a year or 2 at the Knicks in Charlotte. Rodney Hull played at Kansas University and also at Chicago State. He's now he's a middle school principal. Kendall Gill, 13-year NBA vet, U of I, Charlotte, the Bulls, Seattle. Rob Feaster, who I think teaches school. He played at Holy Cross University, led the nation in scoring. Charles Oakley has played here. Sam Mack played with the Houston Rockets. He's played here.
I couldn't get back to town. I thought you saw him, though.
Good shot, easy.
That ball come right back to Jeff. Hey. Dropper. Yeah. Shot. There you go.
The age group spans from 23 to 57. But don't let the age fool you, because the guys in shape. These aren't your typical weekend warriors. These are guys that play 2-3 times a week, 4 times a week sometimes. Your typical weekend warrior plays, Saturday and Sunday, maybe once a month, twice a month. And most of these guys are playing the 40 and over league, which starts in early June. So the last 2 or 3 months have been coming up here regularly trying to get shape, game shape. But most of us, the regular guys, play here all year round. It's called love of the game, baby. There are other games in the city with probably quicker, younger guys, but in terms of the skill set and knowledge of the game, from what I've been told, the guys elsewhere, they don't play like we play here. Because, we move the ball, we don't hold it. It's not a one. We're playing the game the right way, put it that way. The game is being played the right way. Some of the biggest names that have played in this court, I'm going to start with the biggest name, President Barack Obama. He's played there several times. He'll have his security guys in each corner and outside, and the snipers on the roof, and the dogs will come in. And again, because I'm the gatekeeper, I get the call. I get clearance with the AD. They'll come in early. They'll clean the entire suite, entire area. The dogs will come in. They'll sniff every single door and cranny, every corner. Then you'll have his security guys, and we'll come in and play for 2 hours. So he's been the biggest name. The second biggest name is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan came to play about 4 Christmases ago. And actually that day, Oakley was here also too. And Michael lost, and he hates to lose. Michael just absolutely hates to lose. But Michael, the intensity, you could tell, was really turned up a notch. Guys heard that he was here playing, and guys were trying to get him. We had to lock the door. The reason why he plays with us is because he knows we know how to play. We just didn't get paid to play, like he did. But I mean, he knows if he comes in here, he's got to guard his man. If not, he's going to get scored on. He knows he's going to get the guy's best game. They're going to play him really physical. He's going to talk shit. They're going to talk shit back to him. And he loves that.
Most of the guys that are pros, they want to go play where they can have just a good game. Certain players you play against, when you've been in a pro, they feel like they got something to prove, and they're trying to win against whoever, whatever pro is in the gym. A lot of the guys have played pro, a lot of guys have played overseas, minor leagues, and then you get some of us pros that play. So I just think it's a good group of basketball.
It's invitation only, and we're known to have the best so-called game run in the city of Chicago. And I've had to throw guys out. I've had to put a list with a security guard because guys heard about it, and guys, because they knew me, just automatically thought they could play. It's invitation only. We don't want any riffraffs. I mean, we may argue amongst ourselves on the court, but once we get off the court, it's the best.
Go with it. Look up. Look up. Eyeball. Yep. Stay here. We lose the ball too, and
I just gave y'all the ball on the traveling. I just gave y'all one on the traveling.
It's time. Did you see it?
I'm gonna give y'all the ball and the fucking turn.
It's your ball.
It's
their ball.
No, it's not. We just gave them one on traveling. What do you travel with? It's your ball. We weren't stopping the ball. It's a call. We weren't just stopping the ball.
What I say?
You was gone, G. thought you was on the whole play. No, you can't turn around and come on.
Yeah, we call it all the way back here.
Hey, Ty.
That kid
Ty.
basket and give you the ball. You cry out. Y'all didn't score. The basket ain't no good. The basket ain't no good. Hey, Ty, what'd he do, Ty?
Ty, what'd he do?
Okay, then. That's a travel. That's a travel. That's a travel, y'all. That's a travel. We just gave him double travel. I called it and gave him the ball. At 7-7. At 7-7. Double travel. I called it and gave him the ball at 7-7. We gave up the ball at 7-7 with double travel.
That did it. That did it.
We gonna take a fucking fast break and then give them the ball.
Fast break. The ball came to the three-point line. I took off with it.
Don't chance. Don't
That's some garbage, man. They didn't want to lose.
Basketball's a city game, okay? And there's no real pickup game without some kind of trash talk. Probably the guy with the biggest mouth may have to be Darnell Bullock. He's a guy that, you know, his famous saying, because he's strong. He's not that big. He's about 6 feet tall, but he's strong. Works out, lives on the weights. But his famous line is, if he gets a rebound and a putback, oh, you're not eating right, you know. Jeff Sanders, he quietly speaks under his breath. You know, guys are guarding him, trying to play him real physical. He'll say, come on, fellas, come on. You know, you can't stop me. You know, I've been doing this for years. I got paid to do this. My favorite line, if a guy closes out on me really hard, I'll tell him he's too late, you know. Michael Jordan's favorite line was, haven't you seen me on ESPN? Another one of the famous Michael Jordan lines was, if you reach, I teach. Tony McCoy talks a lot of trash, and Tony, whenever he wants the ball, please, let me have it, let me kill him. But you know, it's fun because you know it keeps us motivated, and you know it's part of basketball. You know, keeps us young.
I feel like Muhammad Ali. I'm pretty. I'm a bad man. I shook up the world. I'm pretty. I'm a bad man. Huh? And I'm pretty. I'm pretty than everybody in here. Look at me. Get a close-up, baby. Huh? That's what it is. This is pretty. That's ugly. That's ugly. Hey, come here, Joe Frazier. Get Joe.
We just having fun, talking trash, and you know, competing. That's what it's about, just for bragging rights. I'm just in the present when I play, yeah, because I really don't even think about the stuff we used to do until we're done playing. Then we'll talk about, oh man, I used to do this and you know. Now it's just, you know, you're in the moment of what's going on around you because you understand your limitations and you understand what you can and cannot do. Usually when guys start doing more than what they normally do, at this age, it shows. You know, so now I just stay in the moment, I do what I can do, and that's it. I ain't trying to do no more than that. No more than that. Every day when I start doing things that I don't normally do, I wind up messing up, I'm working too hard, I run out of gas. So it's like, man, I gotta catch my breath, man. Y'all go ahead down the court, and I'll stay. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it ain't, I don't have to do all that. I keep the game as simple as I can get it. As simple as I can keep it, that's it.
I used to be able to dunk the basketball. I can't dunk the basketball. I don't go to the basket. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but why? I mean, you know, because you're taking a chance when you get to the basket. The 56 Ian Mahoney versus the 30-year-old Ian Mahoney? 30-year-old is going to win. Because I'm in better shape, younger, faster, probably, you know, a lot more quicker. But the 56-year-old is smarter, I think. He's a lot smarter. You know, you know, just playing the game the right way. Probably is prepared better now because I know I got to be in better shape. At 30, you're still young. You think, you know, this is it. You know, I don't have to work as hard. So, yeah.
You really don't develop until you retire, because you get to that point now. Well, all the athletic stuff that I used to do, I can't do that now. So, I'm gonna pay attention to what's the easiest way to score. So that's the difference, I think, today at my age now and what I used to do. Because before, all I was trying to do was get to the lane. If I could get to the lane, I was dunking the ball. In fact, I know the last time I put my head above the rim, I was 33. and I haven't come close. I haven't come close to the net since then. So, but that's the last time I worried about really, you know, dunking the ball. If I dunk the ball now, it's an accident. It's an accident. That wasn't my intent, man. I didn't realize how high I got up, you know. So that's the difference. Yeah.
Anya, who's Paul's wife, called me the other day and said that he doesn't like birthday parties. So she thought it would be best if we just had a regular session with all of our guys, and that she would invite some other guys who don't really play in our group to surprise Paul for his birthday.
That's Brad. This your grandson?
Yeah.
Dang, you old.
You might get one. You might get a tip.
Baby bitch on there on the screen right here. That's where you elevated on your jump shot.
Yeah, that's still right there. Look at the ball. Daddy, look, man, looking like your daddy.
Donnell made a comment this morning that he's going to continue playing this game until they throw dirt on him. So I'm going to take Donnell's phrase. I'm going to continue playing this game until they throw dirt on me. Morning at the crack of dawn, my usual time, wide awake, no alarm clock, routine, up, get my stuff together, and some mornings my back, old age I guess, gets a little stiff, so I have to jump, just take a quick hot shower just to loosen up, rub some Flexol, and I'm ready to go. What am I gonna listen to today? Little Eminem. Because I'm still competing, it forces me to get into the gym and work out and stay in shape. I remember one of the coaches made a comment a couple of years ago. He said, "Ian, you're like a pro. You got a pro schedule." I'm a middle-aged pro. I mean, I think about just being the best I can be right now, because I know that, I know for a fact that most of the guys aren't getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and getting those shots like I know that. I know that. Other guys are still in bed. I know it for a fact. Not too many guys are doing what we're doing. Routine, baby, routine. Routine, there you go. Routine, routine. Money. So 10 in a row now, right? See? Once I got focused. Routine, baby. Bam. Money. Money. Perfect, huh? Ah! Oh, yeah. And I wonder why I make shots, Vincent. You know why I make shots? Because I put the time in. My thing is, if you're going to play competitively, you got to work. Everything you do, you got to work. Can't take it for granted. Can't take this game for granted. You can't disrespect the game. Ah! They had to remove my parotid gland. And I remember after the surgery, I think a day or two after the surgery, the guys were still, I still made arrangements for the guys to play. And part of my rehab was to just come and sit down and just watch the guys, because the banter, the shit talking was what I needed. I remember my wife and I went to see the psychologist after the surgery, and she said, well, do you think you need therapy? I said, no, I have my own therapy. There are 20 guys on the south side that, you know, are going to get me back. That's families in that area. But we assimilated quite quickly because we learned how to play basketball. Hoops day at the lab. Another day in the lab. Who's gonna be hot? Who's gonna whine about not getting calls? Who's gonna leave early? Only the Lord knows. Another day at the lab. How many do you have now? 1, 8? You go 4 and 4. Who's missing? We're missing Kendall. Where's Dino? Where's Dino, Rodney? I'm taking double off the list. He said he was coming. He didn't show up. No, I got game of 3. Yeah, I got to be ready today. There's a big playoff game for him. 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. The actor. Okay, Gerard. Good move. Good move. Way to go, Denzel. Way to go, Denzel. Born in Kingston, Jamaica. We moved to New York when I was about 9 years old, and there fell in love with basketball. Coming to New York from Jamaica, my brother and I had heavy Jamaican accents, and we moved into a mixed neighborhood in downtown Manhattan called Stuyvesant Town. So we were probably one of the first black